Okay, can you hear me now? I think I fixed it. Let me know. Yes, you can. Awesome. Okay. So, I recently designed a PCB, or a printed circuit board, okay? And basically, printed circuit board, it's like a circuit board, but it's like printed and it's really cool and tiny. And now I just need to solder all of my like components onto it, like my gyroscope and the CPU and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Um, and yeah, so if you have any questions, just let me know. There was an issue with the design. You can see right here, that little box. That's where the barometric pressure sensor goes. And basically, the holes for it aren't quite big enough. So the pins for the barometric pressure, or the barometric pressure unit, it doesn't quite fit into the hole. So, oh, I dropped it. So for that sensor, I'm just going to have to like solder it onto the top. It shouldn't be too much of a deal, but we'll see what we can do. So I got my helping hands. Is everybody's day going well? I'll get this tightened up. There we go. So one of the new features on my Rocket is that I'm now using a Teensy 4.1 as the central processing unit, or the CPU. And the reason I'm doing this is because it's like 6 times faster than the Arduino that I was using before. And it's also, it has a built-in SD card holder, so that I can record data from the flight, and so that I can like review things afterwards. So that goes right here. Do you guys think I should zoom in a bit more on this camera right here? Let me know. Because it's a little far out. I'm going to flip this over, and we will get to soldering. You guys can hear me, right? I hope you can. Okay, I'm going to start soldering. One of the annoying things about the, what's it called, the Teensy 4.1, is the amount of pins that it has. Like, it takes a long time to solder them in. I got my nice sponge here to clean my soldering iron off, so that's pretty cool. How well is that? That looks good. I have, so I didn't get another Bluetooth module, so I have to take this one off of the old like grapefruit flight computer. But that shouldn't be too much of a deal. I'll just use the soldering iron, heat it off, and it should go pretty well. Yeah. I've been working a bunch on the software for the next grapefruit flight. And like, because obviously the software hasn't been that great, which is why the last flight didn't work very well. But that's what I've been working on mostly. And I've also just been waiting for this PCB to arrive. It took like 30 days to ship or something. Or no, not 30, sorry. It took like 20 days to ship. Which actually isn't that bad, but you know, it was like time where I just kind of had to wait. There wasn't too much I could work on. That looks good so far. All right. These pads for the on this PCB, or at least for this part, aren't very big. So I'll have to keep that in consideration next time, trying to make these pads a bit bigger on the Teensy. I actually got this soldering iron not that long ago, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something, because my previous one broke. So this one's actually quite new, which is nice. The design process for the PCB actually turned out to be a lot easier than I thought it would be. Like, I thought it would be pretty difficult because I had never done it before. But actually, like, it took me probably a couple days to learn, and then probably like 3 or 4 hours just to get the design put together. I love the little poof that I don't know if you can hear it, but like the poof that the sponge makes when you put the soldering iron on it. Do you think I should zoom the camera in a little bit? Yeah, I just got these PCBs in the mail earlier today, and like right as I got home, like I grabbed them from the mailbox and I was super excited, and like I set up the stream and then just like got to work and set up this really janky setup, you know. Okay. Back to this. I feel like the like way that like we get products now, like if you order something from Amazon, it comes in like 2 days, and it's like crazy. But for this I had to wait like 2 weeks because it was being like manufactured kind of far away, and like it had to ship and stuff. But yeah. Oh wait, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. So basically, like Amazon kind of like spoiled us because if you think about it, like waiting 2 weeks for something isn't that bad, but like normally we get everything we need in like 2 days or whatever, and yeah. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird to think about. I love soldering. It's like such a simple thing, but it's just really fun. And then there's like the poof of solder smoke that comes up. Very fun. I used to, when I was soldering, have my head like right over what I was soldering, but then I realized that was probably like not a good idea because I was pretty much inhaling all the solder smoke and stuff. So I stopped doing that. I love just the puff. I don't know, can you hear it? It go poof, poof. Yeah, the pads on this side of the board are really small. I don't know why. I think that might just be the library that I use. But if you can see, they're just... Oh, let's try and focus it. Maybe. Is it gonna focus? That's alright. They're really small. Oh, you can't see them on this side, but normally they look like that. Oh, can't really see it. Oh, they look bigger. Okay. Did we get every single one? All right. We got half of the teensy soldered in onto the other half. All right. Okay. I got for the next rocket, Grapefruit 3.0, instead of how I used to make the airframe with I used some, what was it? it was this like cheap poster board from the Dollar Tree that was like 50 cents or whatever, and I used to just curl it up and tape it together, and that's how I would make my earframes. But this time I went to this like mailing store and got this like really big tube. It was like, I think it was 48 inches long, and 3 inches in diameter, which was the exact size of my thrust vectoring mount. So then I just cut that in half, and so that's what I'm going to be using as my next airframe. So it's like way stronger and it looks so much better, and I'm going to be able to paint it easier. And so it'll be like dripped out grapefruit 3.0, you know? Like extra dripped out grapefruit. Oh no. We need the desolderer. Oh, that worked really well. Sometimes it doesn't work very well. Okay, I'm going to zoom in because I think it'll be better. Is that better? Okay. Does that look better? I think it does. There we go. Okay, let's continue. I made a new thrust vectoring mount for the rocket, which actually, I mean, obviously I needed to because the last one was broken in half in every direction. But yeah, so I printed it this time at 100% infill rather than my normal 20, which, if you're not familiar with 3D printers, means like it's like 100% filled in versus like 20% filled in. So it should be a lot stronger. And it's printed in a, it's supposed to be a clear PETG, but it's actually like kind of translucent. It's not actually clear. I think it's probably just because I'm not using the right settings or whatever. But yeah, so I printed a new one, and I actually, this time, instead of how I normally pretty much hot glue everything into the rocket. I use some screws, but most of the time it's just a bunch of hot glue holding everything together, especially on the last rocket. Like the entire top part was just hot glued in place, which made it harder to like take everything apart and like change things and stuff like that. And so this time I'm really trying to like only use screws to get stuff in place in the rocket, which is pretty cool. I love to blow the smoke out of the way. Alright guys, one more. And it's done. Alright, the teensy is all soldered in. Look at that. Let's just double check all of our connections real quick. I'm not the greatest at soldering, but I think it gets the job done. We've got the teensy. Oh, sorry. We've got the teensy. That looks really cool. Like, just having the teensy, I can't wait to put like all the stuff, the IMU, the Bluetooth module, the LEDs, the buzzer, and all the pins. It's gonna look so cool. Okay. What should I do next? I'm probably going to go with the... Actually, I want to do that later. I'm going to do the IMU, the Inertial Measurement Unit. There we go. Guys, we get to open it up. Okay. Now, I have to decide. I think I'm just going to go with this pin. So on this, I actually have to solder the pins in place first. So we're going to have to move this out of the way for now. And we'll get our IMU up on our little helping hands. Whoopsies. We'll do a bit of soldering. There we go. Everything seems to be in place. Can you see that all right? It's really tiny. But we'll start by soldering our VCC or 5-volt pin, and then our ground pin, SCL, SDA. Ooh, the smoke got in my face. And then XDA. I only use the first 4 pins, VCC, ground, SCL, and SDA. I don't really touch the XDA and XCL, and I think that's ADD. I've seen some people use the INT pin to do something with getting rid of drift, which is something I'd be interested in. I just need to research it a bit more. But that is all the pins in place. And now we can put it on our flight computer, just like that. Look at that. Okay, I think we might want to flatten that out so that it's not like at that kind of curve. Instead, have it flattened. Let's try that. I'm going to... You know what, actually, I think it's alright. I don't think it'll mess with anything. Because it'll just zero it at the start. Yeah, that looks good. Now, we have to solder it on. Now this has big pads for the connections, so it should be a lot easier. Oh yeah. Soldering is really satisfying. Oh, smoke. There we go. Just 2 more. Now 1 more. And we've got it. Okay, we need to... what should we do next? Hola, hi Bliplop, how are you? I am going to do the... I want to do this later. I'm going to start putting in our header pins. So on the board, we've got these 6 pins that allow us to send wires out of the board into the 2 servos at the bottom controlling the thrust vectoring mount, the servo at the top that controls the parachute ejection system, and the igniter relay. So I'm just gonna cut these up so that I have 4 of them. And there we go. And then 3 more. There we go. Okay. Actually, I'm going to grab the relay real quick, just to make sure. Okay. Here's the relay I use. It's just a simple relay that I have from an Arduino kit or something that I got a while ago. And so yeah, I've just been using this. Okay, let's put in our pins. We've got one. So what is the best way to do this? Will that stay in, or am I gonna need to? Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab it with our helping hands. That looks good. And we are soldering. Ooh, that was satisfying. Nice. There's 2. And there's 3. Get the little sizzle, you know? Our next one. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Okay, next one. This is... Oh, I dropped it. We are putting it on there. And then we need to attach it. There we go. Get the little sizzle. I've been working on trying to get a PID equation working for my flight software, because currently I've just been using a basically what's called a proportional algorithm, which PID stands for proportional integral derivative, and basically it uses a... So basically what proportional is it or what just a proportional algorithm does is it multiplies the error, which in our case is the deviation from, or the angle of the rocket offset from 0. So it multiplies that by an arbitrary number, which is called a gain, and then it outputs that into the servos. So basically it just it's like how the rocket controls itself. But PID uses 2 other calculations that help the rocket to not overcorrect and to also be able to correct if the orientation is off by more than the proportional algorithm can reach. So it's really annoyingly complicated, and it uses all kinds of calculus stuff, and yeah, I've been trying to learn it, and it's given me a headache a lot of times, but it's fun and we get some cool stuff to show for it. I've also been researching Kalman filters, which basically it's a way of filtering data, and I'm going to use it for the BMP, or barometric pressure sensor, and the IMU, or the inertial measurement sensor. And basically the Kalman filter, it filters the data so that it's not super noisy. So it doesn't, the values don't go up and down. It just kind of stays the same. Or no, it doesn't stay the same. It kind of keeps it from having too much... I'm not sure how to explain it. It basically... It kind of averages it, like you would do in math class, find the average of whatever. But it's more advanced than just an average, and it's more accurate. So yeah, that's the wild world of math that I've been working on. It's like math homework, except it's not, you know? Okay, that looks really good. We've got our 4 pins, our Teensy and our IMU already put in. Oh, there we go. So next, let's go with the, let's do the Bluetooth sensor, which means we have to take the actual Bluetooth sensor off of our old Grapefruit Flight computer. This is the Bluetooth sensor, which means we have to desolder it. So I'm going to try and move some stuff out of the way. I'll go off into the corner for a second. And we will get our desolderer out and get to work. So basically, if you've never seen one of these before, you just push this little thing down to here, and then when you hit the button, it pops up and like sucks a bunch of air through that little nozzle, and it'll like pull the solder off of your connections. So I just put it there, and then we go poop, and then it pulls the solder off, and then we do it again on the next pin. Oh, didn't quite get it that time. I've never been very good with these, but we're hoping it works out. You know? Not quite. I might just try and cut the pins off using my wire cutters. I'm gonna try that because that doesn't seem like it's gonna work very well. Alright, yeah, I think this is gonna work better. And then we can just put new pins on so that we can attach it. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. We'll get it. There we go. It's off. These Bluetooth sensors actually look really cool. They've got like this little plastic coating, but their actual like PCB and design and stuff is really cool because they've got this like copper thing over here, and yeah. I need to get these pins off. Let's try. Ooh, I have an idea. I'm gonna cut in between these, and then we can individually take them off by heating up the... Oh, that worked really well. Okay. Take these rubber things off. And if we just heat it up on this side, we should be able to get the pin out. Hopefully. It's not quite. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to take that off. Now I'm going to use my helping hands. And I'm going to have my helping hands grab the little tiny pin. And then I'm going to heat it up from the other side. And then it came off. Yay! Alright, there's one. Next one goes there. And then we'll heat it up. And it came off. Wow, this is actually working. I did not think that would work. Alright, there's the next one. We just have one more. Solder. There we go. That is all four. Now we need to add new pins. I'm gonna go grab a couple. Oh wait, no, I have some right here. Never mind. Now which side should go up? Probably this one, right? I think we should put this side up, right? Just because it's so cool. Now, since there's a bit of solder still in the holes, we need to kind of heat it up so that we can get our pins in. What's the west way to do this? Yeah, the best way to do this. We'll try like this. Oh wait, you can't see that. There we go. We'll try it again. Okay, that side's pretty well in. Okay, I'm going to try just like pushing it in. Oh, camera's shaking a bit. You know, this setup is very janky, how I have everything. Like, this camera right here is like facing down on the table, and then there's another camera over there, and then I've got like a light, and my laptop's like right here, and yeah, it's really janky. But oh wait, is that the little rubber piece or plastic piece here slid up on the pins, so we weren't actually getting it further into the holes. It was just sliding up on the little plastic piece. So we're gonna try that again. Actually, we could just take the plastic piece off and just solder them on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take this plastic piece off and then just solder the pins on this side. So we'll try that. Okay, we'll have to do them individually though, because they kind of come apart once they're not in the plastic piece. Alright, there we go. We're just gonna set that there. Move you out of the way, you out of the way. Alright. And then actually, we can put the plastic piece back on afterwards to make sure it's all straight and stuff. There we go. That looks pretty good. What is that? Okay. Now the ground pin. There we go, that pin's in. Hey, that rhymed. Okay, there's pin number 2. But this kind of shows you like how long it takes to do this kind of stuff, because I've been streaming for almost an hour now, and I've gotten like 3 pieces on the actual board, and it's actually going really well. Like, I'm surprised how quickly everything's going. I'm gonna try. There we go. I got the. Oh, and I dropped him. Oh, I found him. I got both of these pins out, and then I accidentally dropped them, like, immediately. I really like to drop stuff. Like today, when I got the package out of the mailbox that had all my PCBs in it, like, I grabbed it, and then I grabbed the other mail, and then I almost instantly dropped, like, the package, and, like, I barely caught it. It was kind of a close call. But yeah, I just like to drop stuff, I guess. Okay, there we go. I'm going to zoom back out. There we go. So now you can see a bit more of the workspace. It is a total disaster of a mess right now. Oh gosh. Smoke got in my face. Okay. Is that in? This is like a really janky mess of of pins, but you know, it gets the job done. Well, hopefully. I'm not quite sure. I still have no idea if these PCBs are actually going to work. I hope they do. Next pin. This is the RXD pin, which I don't really know what that means, but you know, we use it, so. Oh, I dropped the pin. Okay, I got it. It's okay. Oh yeah, this right here is the other half of the airframe that I was talking about earlier, like the postage tube. So, like, imagine this, but with a nose cone on it instead of a camera, and a rocket engine in the backside, and that'll be the rocket. Oh, and also painted. So, yeah, that's the plan. You still can't see this, darn it. My bad. There we go. That pin is now in too. And now we just need to solder it in place. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. Now let's try and get our little blue thing back on if we can find it. The little blue rubber piece. Did I drop it? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. We're gonna try just seeing if we can fit it into the pins on here. Okay. Downstairs. Okay. Not the upstairs kitchen. My dad just brought in note cards with words on them, like one word per note card, that said dinner is ready in the kitchen, and then had to specify that it was downstairs because we have a kitchen upstairs apparently. Oh look, I got it. There it is. Oh, that is looking so good. That's so cool. Hi Bliplop. How are you? You doing well today? Yeah, this is looking so cool. Like, that is really cool. Yes, you are doing well. That is awesome, Bliplop. I'm so glad to hear that. How's Pokemon been going, Bliplop? Good? And now the Bluetooth module is fully soldered in. That's awesome. I'm super excited. Yeah, I've got the all the pins, the Teensy, the IMU, and the Bluetooth module already in. Yes. Pokemon is going yes. I like it. So now we're going to try and put in the BMP, or the barometric pressure sensor. I'm a little nervous about this one because of the issue with the library and how it doesn't quite fit in. If you can see here, and then if we try and, yeah, my hand's kind of in the way, but if I try and fit the pin in, it just doesn't fit. But we're gonna do our best to try and solder it in from the top. Yeah, it's just not big enough. Okay, yeah, it should work to be able to get it in. I'm gonna try soldering in the pins first, and then putting the BMP on top of it. And hopefully that works a bit better. Yeah. Blip Blop, did you hear what I said about the new dripped out grapefruit? It's gonna be painted and stuff. It'll be super cool. We need to... Okay, ready? Hopefully this works. Maybe it will, maybe it... Whoa, that actually worked. I'm really surprised. I'm gonna try and straighten it a bit. Okay. Oh, cool. We got it. Sheesh. Yes. Sheesh for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be painted. I'm thinking doing oh, you gotta go eat dinner. Bye bye, Bliplop. Have fun eating dinner. I'm thinking that I'm going to paint it black, and then having purple roll stripes on it. Which roll stripes are little squares that go around the rocket, and they're originally to help see how fast the rocket's rolling from the ground back in the old rockets that used to be old, you know. Rockets that couldn't have super advanced computers on it. but they're just kind of a cool thing. Okay, let's see. I don't really know how this is going. Like, I need to look at it a bit closer. It looks, oh, that's hot. You know, who would have thought that metal, after being exposed to a soldering iron, would be hot, you know? Okay, it looks good. I'll just kind of add a bit more solder. I want to kind of rearrange this a bit. There we go. Oh, this is an absolute mess. But it's worth it. It's better than cleaning it up, you know? Wouldn't want to do that. Okay, that actually looks really good. Okay, now we just need to add our BMP, barometric pressure unit. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's actually a lot more stable than I thought it would be. Like, that's not going anywhere. Like, it's really in there. And there's good connections to all of the different pins. And now we just need to solder on the actual BMP to the pins. Okay, that goes up. Oh. Sometimes soldering things can be like really stressful. Like when I was soldering the pins onto the Teensy, like I was super stressed out because Teensies are like $27 to get one, and like I really didn't want to break it, so I was really stressed out. But yeah, sometimes it's just really relaxing because you know you've got like 8 more of the part. Get the whoosh, you know? Or not the whoosh, but the... What sound is this? Like a... I don't know. But it's a really good sound. I sprayed a little bit of hot water on my face and it hurt. But that's okay. Okay. What next? Wow. Yeah, the BMP is a little bit messy on there. I might redo that later because just it doesn't look that great. You know, just kind of being all the way up there. But I'll try and find a better way to do that later. But now I just need my LEDs and the buzzer. I don't actually have a buzzer that I can use. The one I was using on the previous rocket it wasn't this type. So I need to order a couple of those. But I do have LEDs. So I just need to figure out which one is which. Oh goodness, this might be harder than I thought. I'm gonna look at this board to try and see if I can figure it out. It looks like there's the ground. And then, oh, there. You have to get it in like the perfect lighting or else you can't see it. Okay, so this one goes to that pin, which is pin 7, I believe. No, it's pin 8. That's to pin 8, and that is to pin 9. So I believe pin 8 is our green LED. So that goes there. And then our red LED. I've just got like a box of a bunch of different LEDs here that I'm looking through. And then our red LED goes like that. Just gonna double check that I put this one in right. Yep. And then this one's in correctly. Yep. Alright. Now we just need to solder these in. Got the soldering iron and the solder. Can you see that? Not really. Okay, we'll move it up and we'll zoom in a bit. Oh. Oh wait, this is the wrong board. Oh, I'm glad I noticed that. This isn't the board. That's the board we need to put it on. Goodness. Oops. I'm glad I noticed that. So positive goes on the left, and then positive goes on the left. Alright, we'll flip them over. There we go, that looks a bit more like it. Okay, we need a way of getting these to, oh, here, we'll put them like that. There we go. Alright. Oh, you can't see that. Can I move this? No, you don't want me to. Okay. Alright, we'll put that there. We'll try and zoom in a bit more. There we go. That quality is actually not bad at all. I'm kind of surprised. Okay. Get a little dab of solder on there. Alright, now the ground. Okay, now we'll put a bit more solder on this one. I wonder what Blip-Lop's eating for dinner, guys. And there we go. Oh, actually, I'm going to put a bit more solder on here. Okay, look at that. That is really cool. We got our LEDs, our BMP, our IMU, our CPU, our Bluetooth module, and our pins. That's pretty much all I can do. I'm going to cut the long LED pins off, because they're really long. But that's pretty much all I can do today, because I don't have a beeper that will work. And yeah, so now I just need to write some code that I can test all the different parts, and yeah, we'll see how that works. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.